Welcome back. Now, things have been quiet in the C segment ever since Renault launched the Fluence a couple of months ago. But trust Volkswagen to come in and shake things up. Here's Kailash Menon with the first drive of the all-new Jetta.
Just a few months ago, Volkswagen thumped its chest and proudly presented the Passat. Even before the enthusiasm died down, they're upping the game by ushering in the all-new Jetta. This one is longer, wider, sits on an all-new platform, and it's definitely much better looking than the earlier one. Now, the previous generation Jetta looked a bit soft and sensitive courtesy the curvy headlamps. This one, on the other hand, looks slick, strong and sharp without trying too hard. But you know what the best bit is? I mean, you take a look at the car and you'll never make out that it's carved out of a Golf hatchback. I mean, the C-pillar blends into the boot seamlessly. Look closer and it does look like a mix between a mini Passat and a grown-up Vento. But the truth is, the Jetta looks more premium than what it is. Now take a look at the Jetta from this angle. You would agree with me that it does look a bit like the Audi A4. Well, is that a problem? Now think about this. Would it ever be a problem if your girlfriend resembled Scarlett Johansson? No, right? You'd be pretty happy. You would never complain. So I'm too pretty happy with the design. I mean, because what you get is a great design DNA for the price of good. As far as the ammunition goes, it has retained the 2-liter motor. But unlike the previous generation, the output is no longer a measly 108 bhp. Now under the bonnet you have a 2-liter diesel engine that puts out 140 bhp and 320 Newton meters of torque. Now as far as the gearboxes go, there are two options. You have a 6-speed standard manual and a 6-speed DSG. Now what I'm driving is the 6-speed DSG. Rev her up and the turbo steps up instantly without any signs of laziness. The thrust from the 320 Newton meters of torque is also satisfactory, and the best bit, you get all the torque at a pretty premature RPM. And you get access to all of that 320 Newton meters of torque from as early as 1750 RPM. I mean, the Jetta, she's in her zone from 1800 to 3000 RPM. Any gear, you keep it in that rev range, and this car will never run out of juice. The performance is above average, but does the 6-speed DSG step up and deliver? Now the 6-speed DSG gearbox doesn't spoil the fun on the run. I mean, it's pretty responsive and the transmission losses are pretty minimal. I mean, you'll not even get to feel it. Having said that, it does frequently upshift for the sake of fuel efficiency, but then again you have the S mode, so you slot it into that, play with the pedals, and the car is as good as a manual. So if you need to pull an immediate overtaking maneuver, slot it into the manual and you are sorted. We're driving the Jetta in Udaipur, and the course has a good mix. I mean, it's got straight highways, it's got the kart section, it's got rough roads as well. I have to say about the high-speed handling, the car is pretty planted. I mean, it's like a rock. It sticks to the road, doesn't weave, bounce or bob at high speed, so I like that. However, on the corners, I mean, it's fairly confident on the corners, but if you hit a corner too hard, the handling does get a bit jittery. But inspiring confidence are the safety features. Jetta gets 6 airbags and ESP as standard equipment. The mammoth 510-liter boot can gobble up anything that you throw into it, and the grown-up dimensions is surely a good thing. Now, the wheelbase has gone up by 90 mm, so there's ample knee room. There's adequate head and shoulder room too. So you don't have to worry about your mom-in-law who's built like an NFL quarterback. If you take her for a spin on the back seat, she'll be happy and she'll never crib. Add to that interiors that reek of European plushness. Now the good news is you get the interiors of the European Jetta, not the American one. Now the American Jetta, the plastic quality is pretty cheap and crappy. This one on the other hand feels plush, and the fit and finish is impeccable. I like the grain finish on the dash. There's some wood, some brushed aluminium. I only wish the central armrest could be, adjustable. That's the only glitch that I can find out. Otherwise the interiors are quite nice. Sad part, no petrol TSIs for India just as yet. The Jetta starts at 14.12 lakhs for the base model, and the Highline is a little under 18 lakhs. Now the fully loaded model with all the bells and whistles will set you back by 17 lakh 86,400 rupees at showroom Delhi. For that, You get bomb-proof German engineering, fit and finish that is inferior to none. Now the big question is, will I recommend this car to a friend? You bet I will.